everybody. It's Thursday. We have thoughts.
We do.
Lots of them. I have quite a few. I have multiple things. My hair was really cool and poofy, and then, I don't know, it flattens once it comes up here. Blame the altitude. That's funny. Hello, everybody. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio. I've got something in the middle of my glasses here.
Oh, that'll drive you crazy. I got my blue makeup on. My glasses make it a weird color. There. See, that's better.
It's pretty blue.
Yeah, but the glasses change it. See that?
Yeah.
Because of the things.
Filters on.
Yeah. I have to think about that. Anyway, do say hello to chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. We like to know that you are here because we're an arty friendly bunch of folks. It's also how I know that you're here. If you want to hang out in the background, we totally support this decision. We do 100%. The only request we do have is if you would give that thumbsy upsy, boop, 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 right down there. That helps us become a bigger channel, bringing in more people that are, arty and friendly and lovely to the community, so we can spread love, joy, and, artiness across the world. Actually, we're already doing that, but we would like it to be done on a wider scale. That's how that's all done. And if you subscribe to the channel and do all that YouTube business that one does, that is also very helpful. If you'd like to share it, there's that option down there too. Share that over across other socials or just to a friend. Send an email. You can do that. Let's say hello to everybody. I don't know why your lighting changed. Boop. Gonna mess with that here in a minute. All right, let's say hello to everybody. We've got a seminal mind. That is Sue. Acme's here. And Webb. Applemate, that's April. Bartender's daughter, that's Jerry. Bling Auntie's here. All right, it's official. It's official, Bling. You are a thing.
Official?
We're happy you're here. Okay, Bobby's here. Bobby's officially a regular as well. And so Cheryl, most of these folks are. Cheryl, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Darcy, Dawn, Eddie, Elizabeth, Gray. Griffin Chill, that's Rhonda. Order Papercraft, that's Mimi. Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet. Jennifer McKinnon. Jenny Roberts. Joanne. Linda. Margie. Michelle with one L. Patricia. Panka. Ricky Nordmeyer. Sepha's here. Silver Granny and Grumpy Gnome. That's Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Higgins here. Shelly Studio. That's Margle. Thimble and Thistle. That is our friend Ro. There you go. That's who's on the list. If I didn't say your name, it's just because you didn't show up on the list. Give me some extra pinky hello, handsome, who's it, what's it, and then we'll get you, hello.
Helloed up. And don't forget I'm just doing my thumbsy upsies right now.
I will say, if you are on like a computer, like a desktop or whatever, I make my chat really big. It seems to slow it down. Because see, if it's smaller, then it seems like it's going poop, 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 faster. Now, if you're on your phone, it is what it is, and I feel the same way. The struggle is real. Hello, Sherry. That's SWL.
Yeah.
All right. P's going to read an article. There are links down below because I was on top of things this week because, I have lots of thoughts. And I have curated these here thoughts that will be coming forth.
Yes.
I'm kind of straight.
And I had to have, we've got 2 copies of this article now. One in microscopic. It only takes up 1 page.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I didn't know if you were going to be like on board with it.
Oh.
So I was like,
shucky darns, yes.
And so I just printed it out, and then I did look at it, and I was like, oh, that's going to be small. She's going to say something about it. And she did.
Sure enough.
So I printed it out bigger.
I do not disappoint.
And then I came back, and I highlighted some things that I thought was mucho importante. And I made a note. Did you see the note on mine?
No.
Oh, no, here. Here's my copy.
Oh, you already made notes out into the...
No, well, I used a highlighter, and then I wrote mine, in the thing.
Okay. Well, good. Then you'll be able to add in as we go along, right?
All right. The first thing that we're going to be doing here is the art history books out of students' reach due to overreaching bans. This came to me via the emails that this one signs me up for.
I just know that if she reads them as something I need to read,
Basically, now I am also curating.
She's level 1.
Yeah, curating her.
My curation process.
Hey, Sonia. Hi, Elizabeth.
Oh, and
Hey,
we both wrote. I don't know how many postcards did we write?
I have all
altogether?
the ones that I have actually turned into postcards. They are all sent out, and it's about probably good 20 or something of them.
Yeah, and
Things to say.
I did even quoted a little Jesus every now and
She
then,
did.
just it was.
It might resonate with those folks.
I really honestly, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is all about censorship, and you know how I feel about that. I think we all have enough wherewithal that we can censor for ourselves.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to read the. Are you going to read the whole article?
I'm going to read it.
It's not a long one.
It isn't long, and I think if I left out something, I think
Okay.
it would be detrimental to the overall content. For centuries, children have studied the art and history of the ancient world and the European Renaissance to learn the underpinnings of Western civilization. But in a growing number of this country's school districts, students may be stuck believing Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael are just the name of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because some books that describe these masters, along with a host of other artists and artistic movements, including works about ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, have been removed from the shelves of their schools. It's difficult to study art history without a bit of nudity, says Casey Meehan, director of PEN,
That's PEN America.
PEN America's Freedom to Read program. However, over the last several years, efforts to remove sexually explicit materials or books with sex content has chilled access to art in schools. More recently, a state law in Tennessee puts an explicit prohibition on naked images. The law, which took effect in July 2024, now requires schools to remove books that contain nudity. The bans that followed these statutes encompass dozens of biographies of artists, along with scores of texts written for school kids with titles like Ancient Greek Art and Architecture, the Italian Renaissance, and many broader themes like the history of archaeology and the story of sculpture, all pulled off the shelves in Oak Ridge school districts in Tennessee. In Monroe County, Tennessee, books like Art and Culture of the Renaissance World and Life During the Great Civilizations were removed. In Manatee County, Florida, they removed Michelangelo's David. In Tallahassee, a principal was forced to resign for not warning parents that an image of that statue would be presented in a lesson to sixth graders. Nude statues have also been cited in banning a graphic adaptation of Anne Frank's diary. Don Nardo, a prolific writer of art and history books for educational publishers with almost 600 titles to his credit over 35 years, had at least 11 books banned in various districts in Tennessee alone, most of them about ancient civilizations. You wondered how the Dark Ages happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it started, folks. We just need a good plague to finish it off. It's mostly just the last 3 or 4 or 5 years that I've been hearing about books being banned, Nardo said in an interview with PEN America. It just seems such a shame. How is it hurting someone, for goodness sakes? Everybody sees themselves naked in the mirror. Well, I try not to. It's kind of scary. But yeah.
I have days where I'm like, oh, it's not what I remember. I'd rather go with like,
okay, yeah. I want to remain blissfully ignorant on this. This censorial trend reflects both poorly written laws and over-compliant school districts, said Meehan. Indeed, many of the books were removed preemptively, not in response to any parental complaints.
This is where I wrote my do not obey in advance.
Do not obey in advance, exactly.
Do not help them.
Art and history books are generally not the primary targets, with most efforts to ban books. Books about race, racism, LGBTQ identities are disproportionately included in the bans documented by PEN America, which include more than 10,000 instances in the last school year and more than 16,000 since 2021. Well, the only thing about this is that I find terribly, it just tickles me. If you want to get a kid to read a book, tell him he can. Tell her she can't.
And with the internet, I would assume that you'd be pretty,
Yeah.
That's what I also find I'm just like, do y'all understand the access and the things that, wouldn't you rather them look up art versus, whatever else they're going to be finding on the internet?
Yeah. In the pursuit of...
I would much rather them reading an art history book or, they might accidentally learn something.
And
maybe that's what they're afraid of.
You can get books for really, really cheap, and then what you could do is you can start your own little banned book library and exchange books with other kids,
like an underground railroad
of
information.
Books. Dear Lord, imagine that.
Here we go.
In the guise of protecting students from so-called corrupting material, for example, Tennessee banned books that depict humans unclothed, even if the photos in question are of 3,000-year-old statues. I mean, the ignorance that is just oozing out there just makes me want to throw up.
Spitfire.
The language of the law, and this is in hyper.
Yeah, so there is a link to this article, so if you wanted to, expand, they hyperlink to other things and give you the sourcing of within the article.
Okay. The language of the law appears to catalyze book banning, prohibiting, quote, material that in whole or in part contains nudity or descriptions of depictions of sexual excitement, sexual conduct, excessive violence, or sadomasochistic abuse as, end quote, as, quote, not appropriate for the age or maturity level of a student in any of the grades kindergarten through 12. Well, that's BS. I guarantee you those kids in junior high school.
Oh, and just what's on TV.
Sit down and talk to your kid about this stuff. That's what's important.
Yes.
As a result of the law, and the result of the law is sweeping, said Sean. It's Xan.
Yeah, so I think that's Jan. Or because when
Sean. I don't know. Lasco, the intellectual freedom chair of the Tennessee School Library Association, which is a 123-old membership association of library staff. Okay. Quote, there was no difference made in the law between photos of statues and naked people, explained Lasco, a retired librarian who worked in Rutherford County, Tennessee. Lasco noted that in a 1973 Supreme Court decision established the three-pronged Miller test to determine if material is obscene and therefore not protected by the First Amendment. The factors included in that the average person would consider that the material, taken as a whole, appeals to the prurient interest.
Prurient.
Yeah. Like bad. That it depicts sexual conduct in a patently offensive manner and that the work lacks serious literary value. We don't have any of that, she said, adding that it's inherently unconstitutional to take books because some people don't like what they say or how they say it. I mean, if that's going to go forth, boy, let me go down there and see if I can find some things that I want removed from the library. Because, if somebody else has a right to do that, but don't I have that right to? Let me go in there and I can remove some stuff. Some districts in Tennessee went for broad sweeps and removed every book that contained any naked image. Boy, don't you know they just work their buns off to do that. Including a raft of health and science books like The Body, a guide for occupants, banned in Oak Ridge schools. Dear Lord. One big concern is that districts typically have a policy to review books that parents challenge, but in many cases, these books were removed without anyone calling them into question, Lasco said.
Yeah.
Many times that challenge procedure is not followed. They just decide on a list of books, Lasco said. I've been keeping a spreadsheet, she continued, noting that while some of the books banned in the state were the subjects of parental complaints, many were not. In some cases, she said, school officials followed the leads of other districts and removed all the titles taken down in other communities. And there's little opportunity to appeal these decisions, she added. NARDA hopes the time will come when many school districts and states change the policy leading to banned books. I don't quite get what they think this banning will do, Nardo added. I just think to myself, if they want to ban this and they ban that, what's left? What do they want people to read? Well, we know what they want them to read. It's almost like they're not thinking, he concluded. I can't say I understand that mindset at all. Well,
I can't understand it either.
I just, the things that you are fearful of, you should examine that very, very closely, because I think that indicates that perhaps there's something there you don't understand. And that is the biggest thing about any of this banning of ideas, banning of theories, philosophies, scientific evidence.
And if you weren't into it, okay.
Yeah, it's like the television channel, you know?
The clicker.
Clicker.
Remember clicker?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Okay,
Y'all
well,
call it the clicker?
I don't, so far, I don't think so.
So, if you're feeling fired up about that,
Yeah.
here are a few ways, because not only through September, through October, there are quite a few, I don't know how engaged y'all are online or whatever, so I thought it was a really cool thing to be able to bring to you. Well, actually, I'm going to hand both of these over if you'll hold it up, because I'll go top side here on the thing, so you guys, if you want. Also, the links are down below in the description, so if you want a very quick copy and paste kind of situation, you can. So hold the resistance calendar up into the technology, because it is a little harder to see because we are further up than we normally, are. There we go. So, yeah, there's lots of, the Blackout the System website's kind of cool, because they talk through a bunch of different things. You can actually order stickers from them. There's different ways that you can participate, whatever your comfort level of participation in this is, they have something for you. I thought that was pretty cool. Constitution Day, I didn't even realize there was such a thing. I should have known there's kind of a day for most things, but September 17th. So that's why I think they're doing a lot of the, big boycott things. We'll try to tamper down on our, pushing of the Amazon. One of the things that I do, there's always a justification. And, and does the good outweigh the bad? And one of the ways that I kind of try to do that is I do look at some of the products and where the products come from on Amazon. Trying to be more aware of that. The funny thing is so the chipboard that we promoted the other day and have used for quite some time, that Paper Accents, is a company in Eugene, Oregon, owned by a woman. Now, I couldn't find out a ton about her, but I was pretty excited about that. And it seems that they bring a lot of brands together, and it's a distribution, so, it's going to be products of all sorts. But again, I thought that was a pretty nifty thing. I liked that about it. So the more we know about the people and the products and the companies that we promote, it's important. And always know that when you're supporting PM Artist Studio, you're not only supporting us as a small family-owned business, it's just us out of the house here, along with our very wonderful designers. I mean, I know we aren't huge. Nobody's getting super rich over here, but I think every little bit does count, and it supports this community in ways above and beyond just, it's the people over the profit. We're supporting a whole community, and I think that is super important. And so, yeah, all those links are down below. There's lots of different ways, and please keep in mind that coming up in October is the next No Kings. We will be participating as much as we possibly can in that as well. I haven't decided if I'm going to go more local or if we're going to go down downtown Dallas or Who knows? Maybe Brad will take me to the Capitol. Thought about doing an Austin trip, but I don't know.
I don't mind if we go when it's a little cooler.
Well, it just depends. I mean, it can be blazing hot. Like there've been a couple of Halloweens where I'm like, whoo.
Oh, I know. Yeah, for sure.
You wish it was a little less polyester.
Yeah. All right, now I know you want to talk about this also.
So, and another way that we can participate in our communities, and quite a few of y'all, it was so sweet. I didn't read those off to you, but quite a few of our folks actually commented and said that, you know, they got pretty teary-eyed too, watching the interaction between you and Mark, because he posted over on Instagram. If you haven't seen that, he collaborated with us, so I did post it. That was kind of pretty cool that he had done that. So I shared it with our community on Instagram. I should push it over. I gotta figure some of that out. Sorry, guys. I know I'm somewhat technological, but not always like 100%. But this is his show. If you want to hold that up, or I think I have shared it on my Facebook. Hopefully P and I can make it. This is this weekend here in the Dallas area. But what was really cool about this is, number one, Mark is also very interested in community and building communities of artists. So, yeah. And it was so funny. A couple of other P's older students also commented, which was hilarious, because the comment section is worth reading, is all I have to say on that Instagram post from Mark. And go over there and give those folks a follow as well. They're artists, and they're all trying to do their thing. So if you can't show up in Texas here, obviously not all of y'all are here or in the area, but we do plan on going to the reception part. I don't know if we'll be staying all the way to the 7:30 thing, because then it's quite a haul over there to the Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Anyway,
especially at nighttime. So
that kind of concludes that whole, and I hope that made sense, that it was. This is the censorship, the things that you think, oh, well, this, that, the other, one thing leads to another. And what we're trying to do and promote the community, and how us as artists can play a bigger part than you would ever know. Whether it's just you maintaining your mental health through the art that you create. Because you being happy and able to participate when needed is important. And then being able to build that community and be a part of it is huge.
I'm going to hand this.
So that's Thursday thoughts.
I have my feeling about that whole thing with book banning, and because the book banning is one thing, but the Nazis didn't just wait and remove books. They burned them. And we haven't started any of that yet, but it's just a matter of time, I feel. You get people, I don't know. Ignorance is a whole big part of this. People that are fearful of knowledge. Yeah. Fearful of people who are knowledgeable about things. I'm sorry, my nose just keeps running and I can't. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. All right, so I'm working on my book.
And so when she said the little thong things, see, I was like, no, what you're talking about, these are the little like sumo kind of things. And then I was like, what do you call that? So it's a mawashi.
Mawashi. Yes.
Mawashi. So that's what she's creating, not a belly band. This is a mawashi.
This is a mawashi. And the thing about this whole little book thing here, that I've got, and here's one. This is how I started out. Because I wanted it not to cover up so much, and a pocket would have covered up a lot.
See, well, and my idea was that, like, if you would have just done the strip, then you could slide the page through and you see the whole thing. She didn't want to do that.
I didn't want to do that because I wanted mine to be maybe just a little bit different. And also, I think this has more stability than the other one with just the one in the middle.
Perhaps. We won't know.
And I just, I think it works.
Oh, the mouth thing is Kimagu. What is it? Do we still have it on here?
What?
What makes my mouth happy. We still have it on our.
We do. It's where is it here?
It was like Kimagagashi or something like that.
Yes.
I am so. Oh, here it is. I got it. Our paints were covering it up. My mouth is lonely. Kushi Sabishi. Yeah, Kushi Sabishi. She wrote it out phonetically.
I did.
Because nice.
Yes.
My brain works that way.
Yes. Why were you saying that?
Devin was asking about it. I think because the Mawashi, I'm sure, kind of sparked that.
Yeah, I even wrote it down here.
We have a lot of Japanese references in our
Mawashi.
Yeah, because I sent her a text because she was supposed to look it up, and then we were driving around, and it popped in my head, and I'm like, I'm looking it up right now because otherwise I will forget. So sometimes you just gotta get her done. And I think about that term a lot because I'm like, my mouth is lonely, or it just hasn't been that thing that made me, happy.
And I wanted to make sure that I didn't cover up Ruth's mouth or it here. So there is that. And I did try to kind of colorate each little band so that it goes with. I
like that. And you kind of know where it belongs.
Yes. And I'm especially proud. I think this one is lovely.
So you're gonna show folks how you've folded that.
I'm going to show folks how I folded it and how I determined. Oh my gosh. I don't.
Do you just feel like you're gonna sneeze?
Yes.
Do you need to sneeze?
My nose is itchy. Itchy and
itchy.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And see, look, there. This one's next. And then I'm going to put this one here.
Now, what made you decide? Okay, here's just one little critique of mine that I wanted to, I've noticed it, but I wanted to bring it up on because I want, a raw interaction with you. Why didn't you put down papers in the back and also really mainly on that front one? Because I'm like, it seems kind of unfinished to me. Sometimes that's just how you roll. That's just not how I would do it.
Well, you're certainly entitled to your own opinion here, and I would stress it is an opinion.
Yes. I didn't say it was right or wrong. I just said that I would do
factual information. Okay, but I get where you're going here. It is important that you establish early on which way you want your concertina / accordion book to fold, because that's going to determine what goes where. This is going to be the back. There's not going to be anything attached to the back except another piece of paper, which I haven't really decided what it's going to be. But remember, we cut a piece off here, which I am going to put down the spine. I think there's enough of it to put it down the spine. So there is that. But the folding of the pages.
Well, now I'm more like, because to me, the binding and everything seems very raw. And the fact that you didn't come back in and like cover the panels with gel prints in.
No, I want them.
I know she's okay with the like rawness of it. I don't care for that.
I like it because I think it's almost like it's showcasing what you're putting down rather than having all of this stuff just all over the place. I want people to focus on these little pamphlets, and I like the black.
Okay.
It isn't a default setting. It is a conscious choice setting.
Now, why did you... Okay, here's one other thing. I think if that's the route you were going, why didn't we cover... Because if you can bring that front inner panel, that cover panel one. why wrap the gel print around and do that situation? It seems like a real one-off situation.
No, it's the first page.
Okay.
And I wanted it to go over the edge because I think that's where you determine that, you know, it looks like it's intentional, whatever.
Okay.
Anyhow, that's I'm not doing, I'm not covering the back with any other. And you know, to begin with, maybe I was toying with the idea of going ahead and having the back side come up and this much here showing on each page, or maybe, you know, slightly more. And then I thought, I don't really think I need that. I think that the pamphlet that goes into the slot here, and I want you to notice this matches both ways because of the pink there and pink there. I just like this side better when you look at it with next to.
Well, that's kind of a nice thing
side.
too, with it being a pamphlet and sliding in that. You get to kind of choose whether you want.
And I like this one here. Now, I'm going to, this is what we're going to do here, because I'm not going to glue it down. And I will say, I turn these back under because I don't like that raw edge showing there. I do have some standards. They're quirky.
They're quirky. That is.
They're quirky.
Hey, this is the funky junky, now quirky concertina.
And I think it's going to be just such a lovely size. It's not alligatoring at all.
I'm very happy about this.
It's going to be very, very, it's going to be fat enough that it's going to hold the stuff, but yet not be overly gappy. Gappy
or flappy.
Okay, so now what we need to do here, I will use this one, this gold one, but just not right now. So we need to come up with, I need to get my
one back here. You're going to show them how you build it.
Okay, yes, and I have to have this one because this is going to be my indicator.
What's that one? Just a...
Yeah, this is just an extra one.
Okay.
And here, I kind of snipped in those little things, and I will snip in the things on the side slightly so that they don't show. But both sides are covered, and I think that's important. I don't want to see the back side of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to pull this out of the way for now. I keep this out here because we're going to paint on some paint on these already done ones. But first of all, I'm going to show you how you get these, because these are my extra little.
She's just been up here watching things and folding things.
Okay.
Now, here's some notes from across the table. Had I known she was going to keep just the black panels, I would want a more finished look, and I don't want to see the tape. I would have actually come in and glued down just black paper for you. I would have done that.
Oh, well, that's really sweet. I don't have a problem with the.
I know that doesn't seem to bother her. It would bother me. Like, I'm just telling y'all, these are little quirkinesses of mine, not hers or anything like that. And it's not really even a judgment that I think that it looks bad. It's just like, it's not what I would do, because I don't think it looks finished in the way that I would finish it.
Okay, well, you're certainly entitled to that. I don't have any problems with that, if that's what you want to do. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm doing a 1.5 inch.
Oh, 100%, Sophia. That's why we're saying no, they're not the little loincloth. Oh my God, and we had such a chuckle. All right, hopefully we could, while you do that first, because I don't want you laughing and cutting your finger off.
Okay.
So Sophia says, did we establish that P has been making paper loincloths? Or did I misunderstand earlier? Yes.
Mawashi.
It's what the sumo wrestlers wear. And by the way, here's a little fun fact about that. the material that the mawashi is indicates their level,
their status.
Their status on
In
whether
the-
they're like beginner or whatever. So the silk ones are the good, they've been around for a while and know what they're doing. We were also chuckling because she's had some other ideas on some different constructions, and I said, "Oh, well, that's basically like a little jock strap then," because she wanted to do one that had like little side deals, and like a jock strap. You don't know. I don't know. You didn't have a brother, or my brother always left his stuff around. It was disgusting. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Smelly boy stuff.
smelly boy stuff.
Okay, it's best to start in the center
Mhm.
if you would like for this to be. I don't know what I'm going to do with this nose business, but
I don't either. Sometimes part of me just wants you to just sneeze and get it over with, but it'll be about 5
It's not
minutes.
sneezing. It's itching on the inside of my nose.
Mm.
Okay, so and there's this isn't. You don't have to be perfect at this, but you do get better at
Sue
it.
understands. She had 7 boys.
Yeah. Good Lord.
That's a lot of boy.
That's a lot of boy. Okay, so basically what I did with this, it used to be orange, and you can see right here on this edge what it used to be like. And I took this paint and just added this layer of paint. And you can see.
As a glaze.
As a glaze.
That's a beautiful print.
Isn't it? I think it's quite nice. Now, I probably am going to have to do 2 of these because what I discovered in the process, of course, I could have gone the other way. But once I had started this, if I went the other way, then my lines wouldn't be perpendicular to my fold, and I really wanted that. Like here.
Yeah.
Perpendicular to the fold. They would have gone with the fold, and I think that would have been less visually appealing.
Yeah. Do you need to go to the bathroom and just give yourself a good
No,
blow?
I don't know what I need. I need
Okay.
to put lotion on my nose. I don't know what I need to do. All right, so anyway, that's how this arrived at this. And the reason I did that is because I kind of...
Ooh, that looks lovely.
Doesn't it look cool?
Yes.
I really wanted it to be a little bit more blue than the turquoise because I didn't want them to fight. I wanted them to be separate.
You didn't
And
want
I thought
a
this...
little sumo battle?
Yeah. Okay, so you have to do 2 of these because
Hey, Stephanie.
you need the horizontal, and there's not enough there to get the vertical out of that. So you have to do 2. And basically all I do is I just eyeball this. If you wanted to measure, of course you could measure, but I don't.
All right, Griffin Shell says you need to go snort some saline.
Snort some saline?
Mm-hmm. You got some saline?
Oh,
We used to have some of that spray stuff.
yeah, I know, but I don't know what I did with it.
Should I go
Okay.
look on your medicine wall?
In my closet? Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm going to be right back because her nose is driving me crazy too. I'm fluffing my hair.
Okay, so this is going to, this will provide you with enough material to do your horizontal and your vertical on your loincloth, and that came out to be a little bit more than I wanted to be, but I just use whatever end works best. And then you go ahead and you glue it down. And I do recommend gluing along the crack there because that's going to make it really stick there. And you know that I'm an extra heavy gluer. I'm not happy if there's not glue oozing out at the end. So.
Hey, I found it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it one time I had
It
some.
says to do a little spray into the air. Yeah, it's working just fine.
Okay.
You gonna do that on camera, or you want me
No,
to
I
turn?
think I should probably not do
Y'all
that
want to see that?
on camera. I don't know.
No, I don't think you're supposed to. It didn't say anything about shaking it. I don't know if you should shake it.
You should shake everything.
She says you should shake everything. I don't think that's true. Is that what she said? That if you want your mowashi to stick, you gotta glue the crack. Did she say that? Would not surprise me. Hi, Cynthia, and welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you're here. We like to know that you're here. If you haven't given your thumbsy upsy, please do. If you want to hang out in the background, no worries. Come back, leave comments, do all that business. If you're watching on replay, leave us a comment. But number one thing, thumbsy upsies. Please and thank you.
Oh, I must say, I think that did help.
All right. Well, look at me finding things. I'm helping.
Okay. Now we're back to this little jobber.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, when you get ready to put this down in the book, it does require a bit of kind of thinking about what you're going to do and how you want it to end up.
Hi, Karen. When making mowashi, very important, glue the crack.
Yes, because what it does is it cinches it up and makes it nice and flat when you do the crack. All right, so we've got our bands here.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe up the extra glue. You can see here where I colored the other
Oh, thanks, Ro.
all these other bands. Okay.
Cinch her up. And you kept them in a specific order, right? Or you're just kind of...
I'm just whatever looks good next to the next one. It's kind of how I determined it, because that's how you would be folding this out like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would. Okay. So basically what you need to do is you need to measure, and I'm trying to get these so that they're not lined up across from each other.
Oh, see, that's now another thing that is not how I would have done that. I would want them lined up, or more sporadic than you have them. You need to be a bit more intentional, I think. Personal opinion.
I don't know how to tell you all this, but you can do your...
Oh, Aaron Hand is here.
Aaron! Oh my goodness.
Your kids are finding you on the internet.
Hello, Aaron.
Is this the same Aaron that was this spicy sausage?
Maybe.
Sorry, Aaron.
I don't know.
Didn't mean to throw that out there, but is that you also known as AKA?
Okay, so I'm just going to put that, and I have plenty of down size here that I'm not going to use for anything else, so I might as well just go ahead and use it here. And I will tell you right now that gluing down on the tape
is okay.
Is not okay.
Not okay. See, this would be another reason that you would want to do it the way that I had suggested, which was if you want it all black and you want the panels complete, you glue down a nice, and it doesn't even have to be a heavy piece of black paper, but then that way it would make it more uniform and give you a little bit better gluing ability.
Yeah. Whatever. You just want to make sure that you've avoided the crack here. And on both sides so that it will close.
Yeah, the fold.
Yeah.
The bend.
Yeah. And then you just I just nip it wherever. I don't really care. I'm not measuring anything here. God knows. And just nip it. Hey, Aaron, I can't remember who was it that said that they remember cutting the racers off of
That was a vet.
Yvette. Do you remember that? Is he here in the chat? Has he said anything?
Aaron.
Aaron, do you remember cutting the racers off?
It says that, so glad to see you love this. But yes, there was another one of these students that commented about the whole cutting the erasers off, and that she has now, even like throughout her life, that has been something she thinks about.
Yeah.
That's why I said y'all got to go over and watch that if you're on Instagram. Number one, give a follow to Mark, and then read the comments, because it's pretty sweet. That was really sweet of him to do. He still, yes, and he still does. Eraser companies around the world now, you know.
Well, I do believe in good erasers, but the other thing is the erasers that come on pencils a lot of times will leave tracks on your
yeah,
paper.
they'll ruin something.
Izzy, she knows that, and she will say, "Gigi, where's that one eraser?" And Sonia, bless her heart, sent me.
Oh yeah,
a whole box of those really cool white ones.
Our fairy art godmother. Yeah,
they do not ever get bad. They just stay.
I like that right there. I like that it comes to the top of the little foliage, goes through the sun. That's good placement.
Okay. Oh, then I'm just going to tuck this back under here.
Oh, he lives in Frisco.
Aaron Hand lives in Frisco?
Yeah, come on by.
Oh,
Mark's been coming by. We just have a little get together. Yeah, we're in Saxe. We're all in Collin County.
Oh.
Yes, and if you want to email me, that's my email address.
All right, sorry, my nose just keeps running.
Or you can DM me on Instagram.
Okay, so I think this is pretty good here. Now all I have to do, since I've got that measured, and see, this is the bad thing about this glue and this paper.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get all of these layers of paint on these papers, sometimes it's really hard to get it to, and see, it's not, it's coming apart there. I don't like that either.
Well, I would say that you're kind of rushing things a little bit too.
Well, all of these ones that I have over here, but I really wanted to show the whole process.
Right. But if you leave them and let them dry a bit,
yeah,
the art glitter glue will get the job done. She's just kind of pushing it. And then once you're trying to create a situation where you're gluing things down and you want it in a, because it's there for a function, which is to hold in a page.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot of it right away. You need to let it dry. All throughout.
Okay, is that centered?
Exactly, Rhonda.
I think so. And I just nip those little sides just a little bit so that it kind of like doesn't make such a big chunky monkey mess there.
Yeah, you don't want it to be all squared off there, because it'll show through, because it'll split out.
Okay, now I'm going to pull this out.
You got your mark.
Because I do not want to glue the...
No. Don't glue the thing in
we do not
permanently.
Want to glue our mawashi to the
pamphlet.
And I'll show you in just a minute what I do when I get
here. Put here on your bottom one. She needed me to tell her what to do. Here.
I need somebody to itch my nose.
Well, that I'm not gonna do for you.
Okay.
Not yet in life. Maybe a little later.
And see, this is where it comes in. Really important is to make sure you're not gluing your.
You want another one?
I've got some over here.
Okay.
Gluing down your clothespin to your.
That's awesome. She's done that, obviously.
Any way to screw something up,
There, glue it down.
I've done it. Now, did I glue that down? Yeah, okay.
They're moawashis. It's like what the sumo wrestlers wear. But yeah, these would be more like, to me, the thong is just the, one strip down the middle of the panel. This is mowashi because it's a little more decorative and a little more, built out.
Yes, and now this is the one because it's kind of thick here, so you have to rearrange your.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got this one.
Yeah, that's a tricky part of your concertina.
This is a tricky part here because it's not wanting to.
There you go. Why do you want it up like that?
So I can.
Oh, clip that one. Oh, you're asking a lot of those clips.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now this one kind of snapped off over here.
I got bigger clips if you want them.
I've got this one back here that I used for
chip clip.
All right, now we just let it dry. And that's how you do it. Okay, well that was fun, and I hope, ever so slightly educational. Just put that back.
Ooh, Cheryl says, whew, gel printing done for the day. All this book stuff has her inspired to do the backs of some of her prints. Telling you.
It's just the thing about it is, if you've got the gel prints, the things that you can do with them are just, as somebody's always asking, and it just cracks me up.
I list out like 20 things. I'm like,
right off the bat,
what is it that you couldn't do with them?
It's totally limited by your imagination
and your ability to, save boxes.
You can cover trays, and I'm going to do our what you call these TV tray things.
Yeah. And
there's going to have to look really cool because it's the first thing you see as you're walking up the stairs. They're right
I'm for
there.
the covering of them. I think we're talking about maybe even having one or two people class kind of something, hangouts. I don't know.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about this paint because this is what this is the first time I used it.
You've sort of used it before. You did the silver and...
I did. I remember. I got two colors out, and I worked on those two colors.
Yeah. It was like either silver and gold or bronze or something.
Right.
None of the colors, like bright colors.
What you want to keep in mind on this is it is very thin. Mm-hmm. It's transparent. To the extent that, you saw what happened here with the... So I find that I like that because some of the others that I have, like the Pebeo, isn't, it's pretty opaque. When you, pardon me, when you put this down, you're not seeing anything underneath. Mm-mm. So you can see the difference here.
Those are more glazing.
These are more glazing. That's a good word to use because you can alter the colors in your existing print ever so slightly and then get a little bit of a kick of the, iridescent qualities. And I think that's
we sometimes feel that way too, Cheryl.
Really pretty. And yeah, I like that. Okay, now, what's next?
What's next?
What's next is we're going to take off some of the things that we've put on there.
Y'all remember these from Tuesday? Some good gel printing.
Yeah, we did. I think we had a really super day with, lots of different stuff.
Now, see, wait, whoa. Stop what you're doing because you're about to ruin the style and the image that I'm used to. I think that's how it goes. Or I always mix up. Those words go the other way, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Hold on, lady. Because this is a good one. This is my request.
This is her request.
I see it coming out looking pretty good.
Oh, it really is. It's quite nice. And I have to apologize because I talked ugly about it.
Oh, well, I should have got that on double camera too.
Oh, yeah. And see?
Wait, hold on.
So this is the flop off. And then this is the rub off. And you can see where I've rubbed it off around the edges. And anyhow, okay. So that's it.
All right. So if you want to see how this one was put together, you can come back to Tuesday's stream, or you're going to look for a Tuesday stream. I don't know when you see this here short, but this was a special request from myself. I am M of the PM. If you don't know, you need to know.
And we did have quite the discussion on how to best capture.
This is Super Tracery mixed with Pop Dot Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
And this is the result. So if you want to see this one and how it came together, you need to go to that stream. I'll link it down below or in the little, the thing that shows up. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
All right. And I'm quite pleased with this. I think it's very interesting. I'm just, yeah.
It's almost like somebody had a vision. Sorry. I will let it be at this point. I appreciate that you have come around and you're like, you said what you said, and it was on video.
It was on video, yes. Okay, good. All right, now let's get back to this one. So,
hi, Carla.
I went ahead and I did this, and what happened was a lot of the pieces of paper that were on there got really saturated with paint, and they dried, and they became little hard, pointy things. So I spent this morning
just picking at it,
ripping off minuscule pieces of paper. And I was, going to do something else. I don't know what else I was going to do.
Yeah.
This is very addicting. If you are a picker, this is just so, it's hard to find a stopping point because it's just so satisfying pulling those little,
and opening up the hole, and
yeah. But anyhow, so basically what I want to do here, okay, see, let me unroll this and get it going back the other way. What?
Well, that's good. Carla's back from the neurologist, not Parkinson's, but she's just kind of tremory stuff. Not great for crafting, but she'll take it. There you go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to add dots to this.
Doesn't that look fabulous? Let's color my eyeshadow today.
Certainly is. It's that's a color that not everybody
and
can
not
wear.
Everybody can pull off. I understand. Hi, Betsy.
Yeah, I could put that on, but I would look like I needed to.
Well, yeah, I think this is one of those things where it's like,
put on some comfortable shoes and
No, you can't. I think people should
hit
just
the pavement.
If it makes you happy, you should do it.
I think so too.
Just know that other people may be talking about you, and that's fine too. Sometimes I'm totally fine with that. Sometimes I do things so people talk about me.
I certainly, yeah. Most of the time I don't even know, so it's a double. And here is the color combo, y'all.
Ooh, Diane changed to purple. She's usually green.
Okay, so basically what I want to do here is I want to get down my dots.
Just gonna get down on it.
Get the dots on the plate, and then whip this sucker down onto. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this as my brayer off, and I do have some more brayer offs back behind me here. So what I'm going to use is this. I love this color. And I really don't know why I'm whacking that on the side here because, okay, now do I want to put the color down here? Or
it's just habit at this point.
It really is.
Just whether they need a whack or not, you whack them.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to go with this approach. And after a while, if you leave that long enough, there on the little tip of the tippy top
You're
orifice.
just building a trinket.
You're building a trinket.
Just know you got to put in the time.
Time and effort. It isn't something that just happens.
It's like a pearl.
It must be developed.
Oh, bye, Sophia. Thanks for hanging. No worries. It's late. Oh, now you're just teasing us. So Rose says, you know what is a good day? You know what a good day is? Watching PM Artist Studio, hanging with Arty friends, and he's eating key lime pie. That is a trifecta, my friend.
Key lime pie.
We love key lime pie.
I absolutely love key lime pie.
They were actually, when we went and had a little fancy dinner the other night with Izzy, last week or so, they were all out of key lime pie. I know. I don't know how that happened.
Real run on the key lime, huh?
Somebody messed up.
Okay, so very, very hard, strong strokes with the concave part of your convex, thank you. Convex part of your baron.
Science, y'all. Science.
It's very vexing. I can never remember.
You know how I remember it, and I will tell you this is hilarious. So, in 4th grade, my science fair project, which I did with my friend Yvette, different Yvette than who we were talking about earlier, she was my age. We did this whole experiment about surface, like how many pennies you could put in the water, and then once the surface tension breaks.
I remember that.
And then I remember there was a conversation because I said, oh, well, this seems like, you know, the words that we were using were really simple and kind of like, can we science-y this up a bit? Here I was in 4th grade. I'm like, this needs to have a little more flair, okay? And so then remember there was that conversation about, okay, well, at a certain point, the water is convex, but then there will be a point where it does actually bubble out over, but once you hit a certain surface tension, then the water flows out. Science wins. But it was concave and convex because I wanted a better descriptor of those, what was happening with the surface tension.
Well, there you go.
And I have known that since the 4th grade and think about it fairly often, probably more than most other people would. I don't know if Yvette thinks about any of that.
Yvette, let us know.
Yvette.
Let us know. Okay, now I'm going to grab a...
I'm on fire today.
Sprayer off back here. And we've already got this one.
The more you know. That's right. Hello, Sunny.
Okay.
Oh, I like the orange with the teal, but I'm also just a little bit sad that kind of, you know, the next thing on that will determine its success. Methinks. Like, I think you could even put, if you put that's lovely orangey grungy business.
It is lovely.
Will any of that come up at this moment in time?
This?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Put that down. Yeah.
It won't hurt because if
feeling.
it's not going to come up, it's just not going to come up.
Right. Oh, also, hey guys, it is September 4th. You got 3 more days to sign up for the swap. Please read all of the information on the swap if you're signing up for it. Becky has, you know, she's very detailed in her, you know, information. So y'all need to be noted up with that. See, that's way better. That was really cool.
Yes, it's getting there, isn't it?
Yes. Now, I think if you could kind of do something a little bit similar with yellow.
Oh.
Because then those other ones can be friends, and then whatever you do with them, you know, they can friend up.
You're talking about on here.
Yeah. I think a round of yellow dots and then yellow grunge.
Okay.
Would be super duper.
I am just thinking I could go this is really fairly transparent.
I think that'll be all right though.
I think it's going to be okay.
Because it does also.
I'm not even going to use a stencil.
It does depend on its thickness.
I am just going to give it a little bit of a.
I don't know if you were hearing me on the whole dot thing. Oh, fine. Never mind. Understood. Very good. They closed the DQ around here. Very sad about that.
What is it?
They closed the Dairy Queen around here.
Yeah, they did. Okay, now basically, I just want what's on the plate. I don't care about these. So I'm just kind of basically sucking up the.
And talking to your pharmacist. Mucho importante, because they know a little bit more about the interaction of the different, drugs and things.
Oh, yeah.
Conversation about that in chat.
Absolutely. And actually, the pharmacist is going to have more, what do I say, timely, relevant, new information, because every time the drug comes out, it comes with the whole thing. And the pharmacist is the first one that will, give it a really good little rub-a-dub-dub.
That's funny, Rob. Sorry. That made me laugh out loud. I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but even my inability to maybe actually gel print is surpassed by the fact that I can dictate things that should happen.
That she can. And sometimes I listen to her, and sometimes I don't.
I think I'm making proof that
maybe
it should be done more often.
Absolutely.
Or at least the consideration factor should bump up a notch or two. That looks pretty cool now, too.
It does. It's starting to get to that point where, and I do have another one of these. I mean, I could actually. I don't know. I just really do like the fact that some of the holes open up and some don't. I really like that.
So remember, this is the one that the piece of paper got stuck. Then she poked the holes in it with the pencil. I didn't see if, I'm sure that Becky probably did post over in Makers, because now I just remembered that she said she was going to post something in Makers regarding why she made the holes the way she did.
Yeah, because I poked the pencil through them.
Oh, okay. So when you're done doing that, can you hold the red iron oxide up into the technology so Bobby can see it?
Absolutely.
Will do.
Will do.
Oh, wonderful, Cynthia. Now you'll have to let us know how your adventures go with, cleaning things with it. People do enjoy that.
What you talking about?
She found the Murphy's oil, so she's gonna be cleaning some things.
Okay, I'm getting some dirty turquoise here simply because it's the orange is
reactivating. Ooh, I don't know that I should have left that.
No, well, I know, but it'll be wonderful turquoise.
Okay. Karen says the sticky paper makes the stencil look like a piece of art.
Okay, I really,
See, and it creates that distressed situation that's on the plate there.
Okay, so I really do not want to cover up all of this wonderful orange here. I want to just get some of these dots here.
Okay. Do you think it was dry enough?
I'm hoping so, yeah.
Well, I mean, you said you didn't want to get it all, but you're, rubbing it like you.
No, I wanted to, but I had thought originally to have it be the, the, whatchamacallit, flop off.
I'm going to call this stream Despite an Itchy Nose.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Some of the most spectacular prints. Woo!
Can't go wrong.
I was just, oh my god, I was just thinking that it's like, it feels,
go wrong with orange and turquoise.
it feels like a little bit of a cheat
No,
to ooh and awe y'all with turquoise and orange, because, like, if you can't get down with that, I don't know.
Yeah, there's just no hope for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Because turquoise and orange together are spectacular. Especially those particular.
Yes, and I don't know that this is going, it may be a little bit dry. And,
not that you have to be in love with it, but you should be oohed and awed at it slightly. Also, Becky's going to lose her mind when she watches this. She's going to be like, that's what I wanted to happen with. Like, I just know. I know, girl. We're doing the things.
all right, I'm basically just grabbing some pieces of
don't lose those dots.
brayer. I know, and I missed out on those. I should go down to that edge.
That's okay.
A little bit more.
Miami Dolphin colors, yeah. Hello, Allie. Or is it Ali? I dated a boy named Ali.
Okay, that's looking pretty good. Lots of stuff back here. Okay, if your towelette is not just the perfect amount of wet, it's really hard to get it to do this this technique. And it can be too wet. So then it sort of just halos out in there. And sometimes I don't really mind that either, but like if I can still see some orange here, then I need to go back in and kind of.
Oh yes, this is a rub off, and if you want more PM-isms and Arty terms that you are like, what are these people talking about over here? We got a special thing. There is a glossary of our terms. Mo, that is Cookie Wookie in the chat, has put a link to that if you want to get more note up and probably chuckle a little bit. Most people have said that they highly enjoyed reading through them.
The next thing I'll be doing is getting paint all over my nose and my hands.
So far, you've
managed to avoid that.
You're doing a good job.
All right. Okay. Now what we're going to do is somebody wanted to know about transparent red iron oxide.
Well, hold that into the technology. They want to see the, that's helpful. There you go. That was Bobby.
Sometimes I use too much paint.
Oh, Yamin says that the orange and turquoise colors with the dot pattern reminds her of Victor Moscoso psychedelic illustrations.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this person.
I have to look that up.
Okay, I don't want that on there because I've already got that. That's looking mighty fine.
It is.
Let's see if we can pick up one back here. I'll tell you what, your brayer-offs really are
underutilized source if you haven't been using them. Is that what you were going to say?
Yes. Because they've already got a pattern of paint laid down there. And sometimes, especially depending on the stencil that you're using, you can do it in one fell swoop.
Ooh. You got 45 minutes. And see, you also get like a little transfer situation like that. That's cool.
Isn't it cool? And see down here, the reason this stayed on here was because there was this big swath of stuff. Paint. I don't know what all there. But I can take this little bit here and just kind of go along and dab it up. Or I can wait and just go over the whole thing with something else. I think that looks kind of cool. I like this. And a lot of this, can you see the texture here? That is what's causing this little bit of a
ripply business.
Staying on the plate business here. Okay, that's wonderful. Hey, got a lot of those back here. Let's put this one away and see if we've got some more stuff.
What's next?
To pull. We've got some more stuff to pull.
Oh, yes. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I thought it was gonna pink out a little bit more. But it held strong.
It really, I was surprised also, Mariah. I expected. Oh, this is cool. Can you see what's happening here? The fuzzy edge.
Oh, Acme, email me. We might be able to make that happen. Or something, you know. I don't know if we can use the exact thing, but I'd be down with that.
So this was a cleanup print.
There was kind of a lot of little leftovery business.
A lot of leftover. Especially on the edges. And then I'll get the other one out that I pulled the other day using this same. It starts getting a little kind of rolled up on the edge there. And this is, oh, see, we got a little.
Yeah, crack that edge. That's why it's important
And
to crack the edges.
you need, and when that starts, if you come in and you get it, you can keep it from going on.
Yeah, it's like runners in your hose, you know.
Kind of, sort of is. Uh-oh.
Put some fingernail polish on it. Don't do that on your plate.
Yeah, I don't think this one.
It was just a reference to the, you know, runner in your hose.
I don't think it's quite as spectacular as the one I pulled the other day with the green dots, but
Oh yeah, that one really was. And I think the one with the green dots plus the new tracery stencils might be kind of fun to put a book together with that.
But this had such marvelous stuff around the edge. I mean, this one was getting there.
Really see her druthers.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, we have some. Now, this is
the camera.
This is did I knock the camera?
You just about did. I was like,
okay. So this is another one that has some wonderful stuff on the edge. And it's just It has the design out there. We lost our
It ate it up.
It ate it up. Symmetrical. There's just so much the same value here that you can't see it, but maybe it will be more pronounced once we pull it.
And that is true.
And if you can see where the paint is really, really solid looking,
Correct them edges.
because they are going to, they will tear.
Oh, excuse me.
And you can just do this, go around the edge before you start pulling the actual body of the print, and you can get
a little pre-lift.
Pre-lift on the edge there so that you know that it's not turning back on itself and making a tear in your paper. Say that just as I ripped open a...
Yes, and this is Eddie's Elegant Mayhem style too. P did chop the edges. You can't really tell it in this particular print, but some of those other ones earlier on, if you want to know why the edges are the way that they are, it's because P cut it that way. But you can cut yours. And that was a fairly simple one. I don't think that one required a lot of, like, you just kind of followed the...
It really was quite simple to do. It did take a bit of time, and I don't know what did I do with that.
The stencil?
I don't know what happened to.
I think it's back behind you somewhere. Oh, bye, Lynn. Thanks for hanging.
You can see it when if you're
Yeah.
really looking for it, and you know it's there. You can see the. Okay, so what could I have done that would have given this design in is using a contrasting color? I should have used green. That would have pumped up that pink. But some really wonderful things around the edge as far as look at that. Isn't that's just gorgeous?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Okay. And we have a nice clean plate. Put something else on it.
Mo says the design, the middle of the design looks like a compass. She bets Eddie planned that. Eddie? Confirm or deny?
There you go. Okay, here we are. Here we are with this wonderful
fragmented glass.
Fragmented, doubly fragmented, because it's already been used for, you know.
I think you actually got like 2 or 3
I
things
think I
off
did
of
get
that
2. All right,
round.
I'm trying to get my paper lined up to where I need to be to catch the print, because if I do that, I find myself doing a much better job lining things up. Yeah, imagine that.
Eddie said it was not intentional.
It wasn't intentional? Oh. Well.
Oh, you know what'd be cool is if we came back with some of the Compass Rose stamps and stamped it in the middle of that, like there's a certain type of print.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go with a new a new Dottie.
New dot. This is Pop Dot Lichtenstein.
And this is the old one, which no, I mean you can see how things are. But all you have to do at this point is you just
poke it.
Your pencil and just poke it, and then you can come over here.
Also satisfying.
Yeah, it is very satisfying. You don't have anything else to do with your time, and you need a little bit more.
Yeah. Joanne has a question.
Yeah.
She has a 9x12 stencil. I want to sponge the design in different colors. would I have to wait to pull it?
Yeah. Probably. Then you'd probably be wanting to pull it with another color. Because if you're sponging it with multiple colors, while you're sponging one place, the other one's drying. Now, if you used open paint, you could probably get away with it. But what I would, if you don't have open paint, of course, you can always get some
Well,
retarder.
here's my question. So do you want to...
Are you sponging through your stencil?
She's sponging through the stencil, but here's the question, though. Are you talking about, like, that you want to layer it in different colors, or just put different colors on at the same time? You would not necessarily...
Yeah, I'm not...
Want to sponge
of course
design
of course you can do that.
in different colors. Would I have to wait to pull it? But yes, actually, okay, so the answer to that is yes, because you want your design to dry. Because if you put your design, if you sponge on your design and then you put a pull color on it, regardless of, you know, whatever it is, it's gonna, if the paint is still wet, you will be messing up your design.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you get it down on there, you've got you will have, and your paint remains wet enough.
Yeah.
Then you can get a pull. But I think you'll be a lot happier.
Like if you want to just pull the design. Yeah.
Yeah, and just, you know, let that just dry and come in with a completely, you know, neutral, either dark or really, really light.
Well, like if you wanted the design not to be messed up by any pull color, then just pull it with white.
True. And you can also pull it with clear, although I don't.
She's not a fan of that.
I'm not a big fan.
I don't understand what her.
Well, I just don't think it. I don't think it adds to the interest of anything. And I have used it. She doesn't understand.
Which I don't. It's kind of like white paint's the same deal.
Did not think it was all that impressive. Okay, so
we all have opinions here. Sometimes they differ.
And sometimes they're just, those other people's opinions are just wrong.
OPPs.
Yeah. All right, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this.
Oh, I don't know, Diane.
Deep violet, which is actually not really
he's been scaring the crap out of me at night.
Deep violet. He sat outside your door
and meowed.
I meowed. And I just about let him in.
Don't do that. Because he just then jumps up on the bed and meows at me. And I don't know why. Because it's like, I don't know what he wants from me. But he hangs out in our closet. I made him a little spot in our closet. Well, he'll be there when we go to bed. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're in deep sleep and then it's meow. And he wants out.
Kitty, you're kind of a pain in the ass.
He is, but we love him.
We do.
I wish he'd be a little more snuggly with me.
He is not a snuggly kitty.
He's not a snuggly kitty.
He wants 3.5.
He will hang out on the bed, sort of, but don't get snuggly with him. You know, you don't want that. He's like, I'm here. You need to be over there, and I'll look at you every once in a while. He is a chatty kitty. I think sometimes he does just want to chat with you about things. I think maybe it's really more about him. He has submitted his complaints. That's sort of how I feel about it. Oh, a little blobby, but that's okay. You know. Oh, look at her.
Oh, I'm just messing up another. How did that get through there?
I don't know.
That's really irritating.
It needed to be.
All right, now let me just tell you about this. You need to move quickly.
Yes.
This is how I end up with a whole bunch of stuff.
That's exactly why I needed to be a lot of paint. Because it's a new stencil. You would be so surprised at how much.
I'll show you that later.
Yeah, no, he is not that kind of kitty.
He's not a cuddle muffin. Okay, well, I think that's better than it was.
I don't. It's one of those things where you keep messing with it, you're gonna make it worse than it was.
Okay, and I don't think that one's going to matter because it's behind that other stuff anyway. Okay, so now this needs to dry.
Oh, look at that. Oh, transfer design. That was trippy. It's kind of wonky. That's some also very odory paint. Odoriferous.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not smelling much of anything right now because I'm just...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is come in and catch this. Because then when I put my final pull color on, it's not going to be ripping up my paper.
Yeah. Van's home now. The cat is talking to him about things. All right, can you push that whole plate up a little bit? Thank you. And if you pull this with green, and it's that sagey color, then you'll have the color combo again. And it's about the color of the mat behind the thing. So see, we can imagine that would be kind of a groovy little mixture.
Could very well be. Okay, I think I'm going to throw this away. Because that's a lot.
You're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. That needs to dry. Alright, where are we here? Pull that, pull that. Pull that, pull that. Oh gosh, this has been on here for
a while. I don't really even...
It got covered up with some other stuff. This is my 9 by 12 plate that doesn't want to stay
stuck to the plexiglass.
And I do not understand why. It's quite irritating.
Well, let me tell you this. So, was it yesterday morning? Yeah, I think it was yesterday morning. There were both a frog and a lizard at the front door. A little tiny frog and a tiny lizard.
Waiting.
The lizard population this year has exploded. I don't know what we're doing around here, but even Izzy said at school she catches this lizard. So it must just be something in this area, like the lizards are doing well.
I think it's because it's a lovely, we've had lots of rain.
Maybe, but...
And so the lizards have been able to...
Yeah, they're doing well. Well, so Izzy was walking through the door there, and then the lizard, like, crawled on her, and then she kind of freaked out a little bit, but then all of a sudden he was on the bottom of her shoes. She about stepped on him, but, yeah. Bye, Ro. Thanks for hanging.
I'm sorry that this is taking so long to get this off of here, but golly. Every time I give it a pull, it...
snaps back.
It's...
She's getting her workout today. This was the other day, because this was like layers of the desert cracks.
Yeah, and some other stuff on the plate.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons that they hang out near the door there, is because, like, we'll have the lights on at night or whatever.
And there's bugs there.
And there's bugs there. So, yeah, it's a great place. Like,
this weighs about...
It looks heavy.
It is heavy. There's a lot of paint there.
Uh-huh. All sorts of things happening.
I don't even think the air conditioner can blow that one off.
Oh, it's air condition proof.
Proof, yeah. All right, so we've got this one here, just kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
So,
now it's the flop off. It looks cool though, because look how it sort of scooted, created a where it
yeah.
looks, but no, at the top parts there, because you did scoot it, it created that like depth in the holes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not nearly as impressive.
Yeah, I'm just, well, what I'm thinking about here is what color to use over this and what stencil.
Good night, Liz. Thanks for hanging.
Over this. Yeah. Okay.
This is a new one called Art Nouveau by Rhonda. This is the 9x12. I'm kind of excited about what you're going to do here. Hello, Heel. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. It helps us. It really, really does. And if you're on other social media or you just want to send us to a friend, that would be really awesome. Share this stream. Share the channel. You know. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube business that one does. And if you're feeling like you need some other friends to hang out with and you are on Facebook, we have a Facebook group. It's called The Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group.
Okay, that's not what I want.
Join us.
Really glad I tested that out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall if this was the one that was all kind of... Oh, I think it might be okay.
Hi, Anthony.
Just don't want to get too much out here.
Okay, so Heel says just starting out to think about exploring jelly plates before I invest. Do you typically have a piece of plexiglass that you lay the gel plate on?
Yes.
We do. It isn't a have to.
No, some people don't.
Yeah, and one of the reasons that we do that, and I think some of the others do, is especially on the YouTubes, is just for the mere, like, being able to move them around and let them dry and do whatever. If you have one plate,
turn them over and you can see what's really going to do. That is helpful.
So some little quick tips and tricks on that. The nice thing about having it on the plexiglass is being able to move it around the studio. So especially if you are working with multiple plates, that is very helpful. Second advantage is yes, you can flip it over and then see what's going on. As you are doing that, please keep in mind that it is best to keep a white piece of paper behind your gel plate so you understand what's happening with the color. If you have a colored background, that is going to skew how you view the paint. And so it's going to kind of hinder you in your, probably in your journey, in your education of color.
This was a lot more transparent than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, thanks, Colleen. We're getting this down. It's been a few years. It's taken us a little while.
Boy, and I just barely got that off there in time.
Something to consider when you are using stencils, especially UPO stencils that are brand new. The UPO is very grippy. It holds on to media. That is what it was meant to do, and that's actually one of the things that we like about it, because it has then turned into a tool, not just this singular tool, but it can be used in multiple ways because of that, not in spite of it. Listen to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, the UPO does get really sticky, especially brand new paint, brand new stencil, that kind of thing. Those first couple of layers, I don't know what she's doing over there. It seemed a little like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Fighting with things.
Fight with that and get that off of there. Okay. Now, I'm thinking that this has a little bit of...
oh, yes. Cutting boards are awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just make sure they're not the textured ones.
Yeah, because then that'll leave, you won't be able to, or
Flip.
yeah, you won't necessarily be able to use both sides of your gel plate because after a while, the indentations do, not to say that they won't come out, but it'll take a little while.
Yeah, I would not use the ones that have a texture. I did for a while. And I just knew what was happening there, and we went to the plain.
Well, and another thing that you can use, now we didn't care for it because P really does like to be able to flip it over and show y'all and look at it. So if that isn't a big deal to you, then whatever kind of plate that you can move your plate around, that's great. When she started out, we bought these because I had them from a photo thing that I did, which were these just acrylic 12 by 12. Like you take the photos on because they reflect and do all the things, which were great. But it's like, do those come in a clear? And they did not. Not at the time. But there are, I think even over on our Amazon shop. Try not to totally promote that because, you know, it's a struggle, y'all. It is a struggle.
Always.
But you can buy the acrylic boards or sheets. See, to me, like a sheet indicates that it is thinner. And those things are not that thin. I mean, they're pretty substantial. The ones that we bought, remember, they're thicker, aren't they? Well, actually, they're really not. So it is. It's like an acrylic sheet. Those came from Amazon. And they were just a standard size. Most of the time, we get it from the hardware store and have them cut it.
Yeah, and those are a little more substantial. And they don't need to be really super.
The bigger your plate, the thicker you want your acrylic.
Because it will not.
Because it'll crack.
Kind of rude. Okay.
Robin, if you have a hardware store that will cut plexiglass, or you know, plexiglass is a brand name. Lucy or Luxy or something like that is the other name, I think. But then they'll cut custom pieces for you, like, or a window store, anywhere that sells glass or plexi, you know, plastic sheeting.
Yeah, and I definitely stay away from the crafty places because they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for that.
They do charge a little more. Well, that's depends. That is not a true, like, broad statement. Depends. Awesome. Yes. But you can use, that's what we used to do, is once we had the hardware store cut them, we just used a sanding block, and then you can round out those edges.
Because they are kind of.
Yeah, and that's what Robin was saying.
Sharp,
like,
and,
they are.
Sharp and cutty.
Sharp and cutty. Mm-hmm. Oh, not could be, they are. Yeah. Most definitely. But yeah,
they will hurt you.
A little buff with the sanding block, you're good to go.
Good to go.
Yep, see, Colleen, she was on it.
I'm just grabbing prints back here.
Bye, Ingrid. Thanks for hanging.
That I don't think have enough on them, are not as interesting as I would want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we're jazzing them up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Waste that paint on my brayer. I did have to do a little work on getting it unstuck this morning.
Oh, that's a great suggestion too. Allie says you could use some duct tape to cover the edges. Yeah, just, or if you have bookbinding tape around, because it has the, you know, kind of more fabric-y. That'd be a great way. Oh my goodness. That's fun.
I'm going to let that dry for just a second. Just a few minutes. And then I'm going to see if I can pick it all up with some.
Well, you got 16 minutes.
Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
Goodness.
And yes, this is Pop Dot Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
Because it's the. See, I think it should be E. Stein. Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
Stein.
Stein.
I before E, except after C.
It doesn't matter in German.
So it's E-I.
If it's E-I, you pronounce the second vowel, which is the I. Liechtenstein.
Stein. Okay. I'm going to try to remember that. Liechtenstein. I'm the one that actually added that because, you know, that's like...
Now, this has lots of medium in it.
Pop artist. There we go. My brain was working through that. All right, Margie. Hey, Margie, I really, really enjoyed watching your studio walkthrough there. It was so sweet. I need to send that to T so she knows how to get it to it. She's terrible at that sort of thing, but she has one of our cards. Mainly you designed the card, but she has it like very prominent in her. And I saw a few things around there in the office or in the studio. That's very sweet. It's very, very cutesy, very Eastery.
See the shiny?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we can fix that.
Okay. She's like, I don't want to do that.
We can fix that. Where's my red iron?
Yeah.
Why we get a big bottle of this?
Liechtenstein. Oh.
Leichten?
That's what Google says. Liechtenstein.
Stein. Okay.
So I wasn't even right with the Lichten. Hi, Kathy. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're feeling real frisky and you want to share the stream, we will not complain at all. Please do so. Share it with friends. Liechtenstein. Yeah, so not live.
Lich.
Lick.
Lich.
L-I-K. Tune. T-U-H-N. Liechtenstein. Oh, he says no. Shh. Liechtenstein. You know I like to put a shh on something.
Well, German, you're always spitting all over everything. Hackers. Hawkers.
My grandmother was German. She just passed away. Found that out this week. That's very pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
And you didn't even know what it looked like before.
No. If you were here. Hard sounds. Yeah. Shh. Yeah, see?
Okay. A little too pristine. We'll fix that.
Or should bring Louisa Heinzel on and she can give us some lessons.
Really?
That would be fun. I think she thinks we're weird.
Do you think she does?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she thinks we're weird.
Yeah, because when I used to chit chat with her more often, well, partially there's a. It would be better probably if we were speaking, because sometimes in the typing part of things, because I don't. Sometimes she was kind of like.
Okay, I got to get a bigger a bigger plate.
Yeah, that one's just not doing it for you.
Well, I'm not getting the edges that I need.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some mucky muck here. That'll work out well. Okay, we got to get rid of this paint.
Oh, thanks, Colleen. Yes, that was with Cindy from she runs Gel Plate Enthusiasts. I don't know if a lot of folks know that, but over there on Facebook. It's a great group. We are still in it. We just, we hang out in our group mainly because we have a group. But another great resource, tons and tons of people there as far as gel printing. But then, yes, beyond the brayer was our interview with Cindy, and that was so wonderful. And a few more episodes have come out since, so
yeah,
and let her know that we sent you over.
Yeah, and check these peeps out. That some of them might be interesting. Well, let us know if you find some that are.
And next month, this month. In fact, I need to look at the date. In fact, I can look at. Can I look at it? Yeah, I can look at that here. Estella we will be interviewing or having our Arty chat with Estella this month. Gotta double check when we agreed. I can't remember the exact date. I should go ahead and just schedule it so that way we can start blasting that out.
Absolutely. That would entail getting
9/12. Okay, on the 12th. The 12th.
Of this month?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be Estella?
Estella.
Alrighty. Check this out.
Ooh.
Okay, well, some stuff happened there that I didn't necessarily want to happen there, but I'm really thinking this is very cool. And this is going to be a great background for something else. So we're going to let this dry.
Yes, and Mo, Cookie Wookie, she put in it's the Art of the Connection, PM Artist Studio, over on Beyond the Brayer, and there is the link. Yeah.
Now, this is why I like to have this.
Yeah.
Because then I can turn this over and I can see, okay, what do I have here and what do I want?
Now, do keep in mind as your plate ages, it becomes it's going to kind of yellow. It will not always be as clear. It just is what it is.
Yes. And look at this. This is going to be a wonderful
Yeah, that's very pretty.
To work with as far as, yeah. All right. I'm putting this up and letting this dry.
And that stencil is Get to the Point by Miriam. I think it's super fun and goes really well. There were a bunch of really cool stencils that came out that would work with one another. That's kind of always true, but I like to hype them up because they're all good.
Okay, I'm turning this around so that I can get the plate on here where my paper is.
Look at you.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we sort of decided we were going to go with a green here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this green. This is very close to.
It is. And if you added a little white to it, wouldn't hurt, but you don't have to. Just talking about the color combo.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a piece of paper.
You got 8 minutes.
Oh, I think I can get her done.
Okay.
And this is chromium oxide green. And I'm going to take a little bit of this little bird poop pile here and touch it to its nose so that I can look in here. And I just about got all of them.
Yeah.
See if I've got any. Oh, I'm going to quit here in a minute so I can bring back these, because we did some really pretty prints today.
If you're using, I think, definitely the alcohol inks, they will stain your plate very quickly.
Yes.
Other things, I think, like the inks, like the acrylic inks and anything that's really extra fluidy tends to, I think, because I don't really understand the nature of those types of paints, but it just seems like they do that. Probably maybe the fineness of the pigment that has to be in a extra fluid. Maybe that's what, I don't know. Or the binders.
Kind of having to guess because of the opacity
was lacking.
I can't see where my
Just flying blind, y'all.
I am. Hope we just got that where it needed to be.
If not, it is what it is.
It just is what it is.
Ooh. There you go.
There you go.
Color combo.
Color combo.
Green's a little dark, but I think it's still definitely, like we said, in the
range.
It's at the block party. It didn't need to be at the house, you know. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, you know, it really is. I'm making a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt on that one.
You can't. Okay. So what happened to the purple? It went black.
Ish. It probably will go more.
Okay, that needs to sit a while, and
it is very pop art-ish.
It is pop art-ish.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm just going to bring back some of these because I think some of the ones we did today. I've got 5 minutes. Okay.
Does the alcohol ink affect the final product color or just how it looks on the plate?
Alcohol ink?
I think that's what she's saying because it got all stained.
Yeah, I don't.
Does the alcohol stain?
Yeah, I don't use alcohol ink on my gel plate. Some people do. I don't do that.
No, it does not mess with the performance of the plate. It only the fact that it will stain it.
Yeah. Now, the thing about it is I don't know that I'd use, I would get my paper down and get it up and get it off there. I wouldn't leave the alcohol sitting on the plate because I think it would actually dissolve it if you left it long enough.
Yeah, you know,
because if you're using heavy,
well, my concern would be that it would be
70 to 90%.
More like it would dry it out. Like, if you do not condition your plate after a certain amount of time, it will crack the plate. If you've sucked all the oils out of it, because you've noticed that there's oils in it, and so if it just makes sense that if you did not condition it and you just kept using alcohol inks and things of that nature, it would probably become more brittle, plastic, rubber kind of situation. That would be my guess. It does stain it, but it does not affect the function. And I do think, Devin, don't you, you condition your plates every so often, right? She has never left alcohol paint on more than 10 minutes. Yeah, I would not do a leave it overnight or anything because I do think that it would dry, it would probably affect the surface of the plate over an extended period of time. I don't think it's going to happen, even if you did leave it overnight, but if you continually did that, I think that it's going to have to make a difference.
This one still needs something, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
And it's just like we talk about that. Okay, so we've got that. I love this.
Yes.
And that is a really good thing to remember because this was the Pebeo.
Yeah. Pebeo. These are my favorites. That's my most favorite, almost.
So there's a lot going on there that it picked up. I like this one because they kind of went off.
Yes.
And it
that's
gives it a bit of dimensionality.
Well, and the funny thing is that's a true nod to that pop art because to create the colors, that's kind of how it would, they offset the DPI, which then creates the visual, that's how the colors are created.
And when I was doing matching colors to comic books or comic strips, remember that was an exercise I did in a design class. And they have the little dots of color in there. And that's one of the reasons it's really, really difficult to match that. I think, I don't know, cool. I think these are really, and remember, it was just a brayer off with some stuff that we just picked up off the plate. And this is the one that Mariah instructed me what to do.
But see, I'm loving now that one's my second favorite to the other one. because I just think that one's so cool.
Well, it seems like we did a lot of orange and
Yes, but I love this color combination.
I do. I think it's very exciting. Very exciting. And this is interesting, and this is going to be even more interesting. Now what I would do is fractured glass, you know,
fragmented.
Fragmented glass over the top of this, and it's going to be really interesting.
Oh.
This one, I was kind of worried about it when I did it.
I'm calling.
But I really, I love it. I love how this is almost just looks like light shining through stained glass or something.
Oh, it does. Yes.
This one is cool, but it just needs something else, and I've got some ideas for this.
Alrighty. Last one.
This is the last one here, and remember, this had dots on it.
Yeah,
which
it was
sort of went away.
Sort of.
But I think it looks so cool.
Yes. All right, Arty friends, we will be back here on Sunday. That concludes our Thursday. Till then.
Love you.
Like a
long haul.
bye, guys.